Sorry.
Good afternoon.
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
Let's have questions and I panicked. Has everybody have their name in? Twice. We're watching
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thank you for bringing the sunshine.
Yeah.
We certainly needed that rain, though, didn't we? So, welcome back for our first demo of the school year, right? The September year. So, very excited today to introduce our lovely staff members here. First of all, I want to introduce our newest staff member, Judy Graham. Judy is likely not a stranger to any of you if you don't know her. Judy's a longtime quilter, very, very long time, but we won't talk about that.
I said the other night, it's like almost 30 years. I'm like, I'm soon gonna have to drop the almost.
Judy loves scrap quilting, but does all kinds of other techniques. She's a very accomplished quilter, as you may well know. You may have seen her at the Port Perry Patchers show, where she was the feature quilter a couple of years ago, right? And she's had quilts in Quilt Canada as well for 3 years. I just learned. Most recently was this past year. And Judy's been a long-time customer, did our Saturday morning samplers here, which is how I met her years ago.
Club classes.
Yeah, club classes. So anyway, she just retired from her paying job. And anyway, so we're thrilled to have Judy join our team, and she's talking about getting on the class calendar in the future. So we're working on that. So welcome, Judy.
Thank you very much. Welcome.
And this is we're very excited to have you. Debbie's been around for a year now. I don't know if we've officially introduced her, but anyway, I'm going to introduce her again. Debbie McGarry, again, recently retired, and well, it's been a few years now, right? 5 years. And again, does a variety of quilting styles, applique, piecing, into hand stitching, a lot of hand stitching as well, and I think she's just getting pulled into doing some sashiko. And yeah, Debbie's another wonderful asset to our shop here. She brings the grandchildren perspective, so we go to Debbie and say, so what are the little kids like these days? Because Debbie has how many grandchildren? Eight.
Oh my goodness.
And they're all little, right?
Yeah,
So.
yeah, and it's so fun to see what they're doing in their artwork with Debbie's fabrics. That's really fun. So we may hear more of that in the coming months too, about quilting for kids and projects like that. Yeah. And we have Tammy back from Tammy suffered an injury in the spring and was out of commission for a few months. And although she did still accomplish quite a bit, even though when she was not supposed to be.
I know. Well,
But she's persistent, and that's what the quilting and the crafting world does, right? It keeps us, keeps our mind active, and we do what our bodies will allow us. So Tammy's going to be our feature speaker here today, and I'm going to turn it over to her. So, way to go, Tammy.
great. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. I am so thrilled to be back. Being gone for a few months was really tough. Yeah, it felt like I had left home. You know, that was really what it was like for me. So I am thrilled to be back here. Today we're going to talk about quilt project organization. And the reason why I'm going to put an emphasis on that, oh, it started already over there. I should have known. There's two different things. Quilt project organization as opposed to quilting organization. So, one thing I often hear from quilters, I bought this pattern and the fabric, but it's still in a bag and I can't remember. I bought a fat quarter bundle. I loved it. You know, I can't remember what I was going to do with that. You know, I love this kit. That's one of my favorite ones. I love this kit, but I don't remember what I wanted to do or what I was planning to do with it.
Where is it?
So I'm pretty, what I'm getting is this sounds pretty familiar then. This is a
Yeah.
common,
Oh, yeah.
and honestly, it's not a bad thing. I hear it a lot. People come in or they'll bring a bundle of fabric and they'll say, I got this back in, you know, they'll say it was a few months ago, and I'm looking thinking,
Years.
yeah, a little longer than a few months ago, I'm sorry, but anyhow. How do we change this narrative and become a little more intentional and a little more prolific in our quilting journey? Because that's really what it's all about. I think quilting is one thing, fabric collecting is another thing. It can be home decor. There is no reason why a bundle of fabric cannot be home decor, in my opinion. That's kind of where I am. Anyhow, so project organization, as I said, is going to be really what I'm going to focus on. Organizing your stash, organizing a quilting room, that's going to be a demo for another day. Just because we don't have that long, I have to keep this to a very specific time frame, so bear with me. When you do purchase your fabric, most of us, you know, we might take it home and think about, here's what we want to do with it. What I have gotten into the habit of doing, is what I should say, is I like to take the time and decide, what is this project actually, what am I going to do with this fabric? So, project planners. I am not talking about an involved notebook. I know there's a lot of people that like to do really in-depth note-taking and swatch sheets and all of that sort of thing, but we don't always have the time to do that. We would rather be doing other things. So I went and checked onto the internet and I found a multitude of different free downloadable little project planner sheets. Just one sheet that all you have to do is this Quilting Life was more of a tracker, but so you're going to put your project name. If you so choose, you could cut out some little swatches, put those, I'm so sorry, there's yours now. So, pattern name, size, that sort of thing. If you keep this with all of your paperwork and your fabric and that whatnot, it's going to be a little easier when you come back and you say, what was I doing with all this? I can't quite, wait a minute, now I remember. Another thing can often happen is you purchase the fabric and you're waiting for the pattern as something to come along that's gonna work for you. So I have found these to be really helpful. So, project planner. I display board, I worked really hard on my cut and paste on this. It's been a long time since I did, thought it was like science project work. So, what I do like to do, when I am looking at these project planner sheets, I have to think to myself, what else do I want for this quilt? Binding, backing. Not everybody likes to purchase their backing all at once, and that I'm not as fussy on as I am the binding. The reason, we get lines of fabric in, and Noreen can probably tell you how quickly they've been flying out the, you know, you get a certain line that everybody likes, and holy cow, it's gone. And by the time you come around to finishing that quilt top, you might not be lucky to have that binding. So keep that in mind when you are putting something together. The other thing that I like to remind people to think about, if this is a bed quilt, if this is, you know, a queen size and it's going to be a gift, think about purchasing that little bit extra to make pillowcases. Really elevates your gift. Doing it at the time you purchase the fabric, that way you're insured to get what matches that fabric line. And it's really, you know, a pillowcase takes 0.6 and then a 0.25, so basically a meter of fabric to make a pillowcase. You can add a couple of extra bits in and you're, you know, you've got a really nice elevated gift. More importantly, quilt is for yourself, then you get an extra treat. So that's really important. So the next step is my binders. I keep my patterns in a binder. Now this is a new one that we got in. It's a big one. This is called the Beekeeper. You guys, any Lori Holt fans in here might know these ones. They're a great size. You can keep multiple patterns inside, which is kind of nice. They also come with inserts, and the inserts are, they're like a, just the kind of inserts you get for from Staples or that sort of place. But we also have some that you can, the plastic, I just put green in so you could really see it. These Beekeeper ones also come with some really cool specific inserts. So I think they have extra pockets and different things like that. Sadly, we ordered them, but they didn't get here in time. I'm really sorry, but they will be here. And we have more of these all on order, so if anybody is interested, put them on your name on the order book, okay? Just as a reminder. So now we've got our project planners figured out. We've got our pattern, binders, plastic sheets. Now I'm going to talk about putting it all together. I have here okay, well, Mary gets heavier than I thought.
I'll hold that for you.
Okay. This particular project has got over 40 fabrics in it that I am doing. And I don't know about you guys, but when I am doing a project that has that many pieces, it can get really overwhelming. So I like to put every piece into a baggie and I label it with whatever is on the swatch sheet in the kit or the pattern, or if especially if I have decided to use stuff from my own stash, I'm gonna label that so I don't forget where it belongs and what it's supposed to do. This is what I will use mini bolts for. So I will, and some of you have probably, when you've purchased large amounts of fabric of one color, I'll put it on a bolt, a small bolt, because it's just easier to keep it neat and tidy. But they also fit beautifully into these big baggies from the dollar store. That's where I picked them up. And they work wonderful. If I have bolts that are, that's a ton of fabric in that one. Sometimes I know this is only going to be a smaller amount, but I still want it on a bolt. I just cut some in half and they still fit nicely. This can be a fun project for everybody. So this is the 250th anniversary of Jane Austen quilt that I'm doing. And when it came, I was still quite incapacitated, and all that was sitting on my kitchen table was a big box full of this pretty fabric. and I couldn't get it out, I couldn't look at it, and I didn't know what to do. My husband and my sister-in-law came and sat down at the table, and God loves them, they went through every piece of fabric, labeled it, put it in the baggies for me, so that I could sit and lay it out and look at it. Yeah, and that's exactly it. I just could lay it out and just look and think about the day when I get to, yes, I get to start to do this again. This is an incredibly helpful system to do it. And the reason, I mean, I personally, I know myself, I can forget what certain pieces are for, and that gets really frustrating, especially when you're working on such big pieces. I know Leanne talks a lot about her paper plate idea when you're doing the different, you know, the shapes with the wedge star and the Lemoyne star, and this is kind of the same idea, just for the whole quilt all together. The other thing that I do, I like to keep everything, you know, in here. I've also got things that I've made. These ones are library cards that, again, a little card. This could be an index card that you pick up just at the dollar store. Just makes notes of everything. If there's a certain fabric, I'm thinking, gosh, I might need to order more of that, or I might want more of that, or whatever the case is. It's great to keep these little things all together and make the notes. This is the binder, just so you don't think I'm all lying to you. This is the binder that I'm using for Jane Austen. Okay, this is a really big quilt. It's got a big pattern, and I like these because I am able to refer back quite a bit when I need to. I have paper in here I can make notes. I divide it up. This is a lot of applique in this particular one. So everything is all divided up. Even my shapes I've kept inside so that, you know, you don't lose track.
Is it a kit?
It was a kit, yes, yeah, it was. It was one of those, I saw it about a year and a half ago when it first, I wanna say it went to like Garden of Quilts, probably about a year and a half ago. I saw it and fell in love with it and waited till it could come out. So that's, you see the book that really and truly it is helpful having a binder. Putting things in the plastic sleeves as well. If any of you ever use glow line tape, it lays perfectly on those plastic pages to highlight, because I find if I've got a plastic piece of something there, they came.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Thank you.
These
Those are the
can
insert-
go.
They
I
can?
do have help when I need help.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, many thanks.
So, that glow line tape, quite often there's gonna be one spot where your eye has to go to remember when you're cutting. And I just find it easy to lay that on that plastic sheet. That way I'm not writing on my pattern and mucking it up. It's easy to do that, so. So now we've got our whole thing is in a cupboard. Okay, we've got it sitting in the cupboard. We're waiting till the right time that we're ready to do it. The next thing that I'm gonna bring out is my design boards. My design boards are, well, fabric storage and design boards. They kind of all go hand in hand. I think you guys have seen me use these. If any of you have taken my classes, you know that I'm a big proponent of making these. They're so useful because I cannot go from my cutting table here to my sewing machine here without somehow turning it around and having my block go the wrong way.
Oh, God, no kidding.
Yeah, right. See, it happens. It does.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I do, as well as keeping my block on here, I usually have a pin that sits at the top of my design board. And that always tells me when I finish cutting and I have it laid out, I know that this is the top. This is the right way to go. So when I walk over here, even when I do turn it around, I'm still gonna know that's the top. These don't take long to make. These design boards, I just simply use foam core from the dollar store. It comes in a 20 by 30 inch sheet. Sometimes I use cut-off batting. Other times it could be fusible fleece bits that I have. The one thing I was telling Noreen the other day, I was so excited with my little self. I had a huge amount of cut-off from a 108 backing that the long armor had just tucked in the bag, and I really hadn't looked at it. And when I saw it, I thought, oh, wait a minute, I don't have to make great big, long pieces of binding, because I like them bound. I think they look nice. Gosh, one strip did a whole ton, all in one cut, 1 2.5 inch cut, and I got all kinds of them.
What's 108?
108 wide backing.
Oh.
Yes. Sorry, I should have been a little more clear. So that's something that I think those are really important. And what I have, for example, once you get started cutting and you're going to be making, this is, I guess, basically the same as Leanne's idea of her paper plates. I'm just using design boards because I can't be trusted. I like to have one size. So I know that my 12 inch board will fit in here. As you can see, these are all some of my pieces for Jane Austen that I have to get glued down. Layer them up and they fit perfectly. All inside. You can pick them up, you can move them. You're not gonna lose all these tiny little bits. You can lose these easily. And believe me, I've done it. And I think to myself, where could it possibly have gone? Well, now, this is a really good way of keeping it nice and neat. So that's kind of my storage, my fabric, my baggies, labels. You can use a label maker if you so choose. I do have one, I use it sometimes, but because my husband and Kathy sat and did all the writing, I didn't need a label maker, so that was very kind. Another thing that I have used is a mini, it's a portable printer. And you can take a picture on your phone of perhaps the layout of the fabrics that you're using. You have a plan for the way you want certain fabrics to go together. You can take a picture of it on your phone and send it to your mini printer, and it comes out with a 2.5 by 3 inch little picture, actual photograph, which can be tucked into your binder along with your project planner, so that when you come back to this in 6 months, you're going to say, hey, now I remember what I was going to do and how I was going to put that all together. The other thing, before I put all this away for whenever I'm ready, I make my binding. Put your binding together. I have a few of these old antique spools that I keep. Cut your binding. Have it ready. You'll thank me. Because really and truly, there is nothing worse than by the time you're getting ready to, wanting to put this on, then you gotta go back, find the fabric. Did I use it? Did I, put it somewhere? Have it all ready. Keep it in your basket. That's gonna have all your stuff together. Okay? These are, oh, bless you. So these are handy stickers that we have. These are great for labeling your pieces. When you are cutting out Well, there was one, we were talking about it yesterday, that was 96 half square triangles. Yeah, cut on a diagonal. Anyways, labeling these because they were all different colors that you had to use. And they were labeled within the pattern, A, B, C, D. Well, that can get messy real quick. These are they're nice stickers, but I've actually ironed over these by mistake, and they do not leave residue on the fabric. They'll just peel right off beautifully, but you won't lose. There's different ones I've seen. Oh gosh, yeah. There's all kinds of different sticker ideas, but these ones are the ones I've liked because they also have numbers in them. Okay. This is a new thing. I don't know. Has anybody done Elizabeth Hartman pattern? Okay, so you know what I'm talking about when there is in one block. I think I couldn't even tell you how many pieces are all in one block, and it can get really tricky. And her patterns very specifically all read, A, B, C, D, and they also go up to AA, BB, CC. There's just that many. So when you have so many of those pieces, I use my clips, the Wonder Clips, and I will use my Alpha Biddies. Now, sadly, Tammy told me we are not going to be able to get any more of our Alpha Biddies for a bit. I don't know, maybe they'll come back, who knows. We do have an expansion pack that we can get from what she explained, but I don't understand all that world of the ordering, so right now this is all we're gonna have. These work great. When you're using these, I clip them with Wonder Clips, and they're really handy to have. So we do only have, just so that you guys are aware, I've only got 3 packs left. Blue, gray, and pink of the Alpha Biddies. Here came out this really cool little thing to clip all those pieces together. Our Wonder Clips with the Alpha Biddy attached, which is kind of smart. I'll leave this all up here. You guys can kind of look at it afterwards. But how cool is that? For a while there, I would just put, I had some of these that I would stick on my Alpha Biddies, that sort of thing. Different things that you could do. So that, I think, pretty much, that's pretty much everything as far as what, we wanted to talk about. The Wonder Clips, of course, you guys know we get those in. This is something you wanted to give a little shout out about these guys.
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So this is a point turner. This is the hair marker, a seam ripper, and our very own clapper with our logo on it. Aren't these beautiful? So all of these little tools and the clapper we now have with our logo, which is kind of fun.
That's cool.
And
Yeah.
they were all made,
Yes.
they're all made by Dan Hoskin in Bobcaygeon.
There we go, yeah.
Oh, that's
Solid maple wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did an amazing job on the logo
Oh,
as well, so.
it's incredible.
Perhaps you can explain, if you'd
Why?
like. Well, no,
Why we own them?
the clapper.
Yes.
Just because it's not obvious what it is.
No,
right?
I just
If you
learned-
don't know it, we have had very good questions from people, because when we say it helps flatten the seam, they wonder if you're supposed to hit it, which probably would work, but it doesn't have to be that way.
No, it doesn't. We don't have to be aggressive with the clapper. Okay. So the clapper is for when you have pressed a seam, and if some of you have seen my demo whereby I use the Aqua Touch marker as well, which has got the little bit of
Best press.
The best press, thank you, and the mix of water and best press. And I open up a seam or something, even if I have to press to one side. So I press nicely, and then I put this on. What this does is draw the heat away, and it sets that seam so that it is flat as flat can be. There is no ripple. You're not losing any. I know it might not seem like a lot, but if you don't use this, you will see that sometimes your points aren't going to match up because you've got a little bit of space in those seams that have been taken up from not being pressed properly. Leanne uses these as well in her class. I've been using them for a long time. I think they're essential for, especially if I'm using really tiny pieces and I want to have accuracy in my points. This is helpful.
It started in the tailoring world as a
Yes,
tailor-
it is a
as
tailor's clapper is what
clapper
they're actually
for making the lovely
Yeah.
points on the men's collars and all
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Which
like
was
for
my dream at
lapels.
one point, to be a tailor.
Yeah.
But
Really? Wow, there you go.
did you have some patterns there, Tammy?
I have some patterns as well. So these are some fun things that, again, for your sewing, kind of in your sewing room or to keep your stuff organized. Tammy made these buckets a while ago. They are incredible. I love these buckets. They just hold so much. Whether it's rolls of batting, scrap batting that you want to keep, bits of fabric, you know, that you've cut off, these are always great. They're nice gifts as well for friends. This one, it troubles me a little bit. It's called running with scissors. Anyway.
We tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, you can see it has, if you're at retreat or at class, it opens up like so, but then it can go on like in a triangle so that it sits up and all of your tools can be kept neat and tidy in one spot. So that's kind of a fun one. This one is the travel case, and it's a folding one, almost like those folding makeup bags that you put on the back of your, or jewelry on the back of a hotel door, bathroom door or something, so that nothing sits on a counter.
Can you pass those around?
I'm going to, sure.
Good.
And this is a banana bag. No, it's not for your bananas. So, this is gonna hold things like your rotary cutter, your pencils, some of your specific marking tools that are kind of a fun.
I think that's the one that's really neat, because you can actually buy one zipper and
And
one end and.
And you turn it around,
Yeah.
yes.
So you
Yeah.
get,
And this one is Olivia's baskets. These are a little bit tight, smaller, but they're also really cute. So I will pass those around so that you can have a look. Just making sure there's nothing else that I've forgotten to talk about.
any questions for
Mhm.
Tammy? Do you have a video? Do we have a video on the design boards?
Yes, we do. It's an old one, and I might do an updated version just with a little more information. A little more information on it.
But it is on our YouTube,
Yeah.
channel, because I'm not sure that everybody, is aware of them. They're very useful. Okay.
You know, it is, I guess in closing, to say that we do, does this take extra time? It does, but I really and truly have found that it's been a bit of a game changer for me, that I, especially am not well, I shouldn't say this, overbuying, but buying things and then not realizing, yeah, and then also not being disappointed, because I've spent the time to look at what what I wanna do with it. I've got it all kept together. There's just, I hear people all the time, they'll say, oh, I have that tucked in a bag somewhere. And I just like, oh, get it out of the bag. It needs to
Oh,
breathe.
for you.
Let it out,
See what I got
let it be
now.
seen. Because you might just get it re-inspired when you see it in a basket. So, that's, yes,
I wanted to ask you about your binding.
yes,
Do you have that glued on?
I do,
So what, did you like fold it to the center and then?
yes.
Okay.
So I take a 2.5 inch strip, just fold it into the center, fold
Looks
it
good.
again.
Looks good.
Yeah, I thought it was, you know, it's not perfect, it's not, I do not have any, my fingertips, I could not be fingerprinted anymore, cause I'm pretty sure I burnt them off completely.
I wondered about that, the
Yeah.
glue gun, that's my
Yeah.
problem with the glue gun.
I do have, they're called finger condoms, and they work, they're silicone, and they do work really well. I just forget halfway through that I have them, and I'm like, oh, I forgot, I gotta put that on. But then I've realized, oh, I'm almost there, so I won't bother. Yeah, yeah.
What helps with that is if you have old popsicle sticks or wooden skewers that you
Yes.
haven't used, and you can use that to press down and not get your fingers.
Yes,
Yeah, I've
that's,
done that.
yeah, one of those, you get halfway through the job and
Yeah.
think.
Thank you, Tammy.
You're
Sorry, you're.
welcome. I just realized I wanna show you guys what Tammy brought in. And
One, this one,
this
this one.
Okay, here's the other
How can you
binders.
go from lifting to
I
like?
know, I keep forgetting it, it's a bad habit. So these are the beekeeper.
Oh, the pocket inserts for the
Pocket
binder.
insert,
Oh,
yes.
aren't they cute?
Yeah, they are.
Mhm.
So they kinda go along with, what we
Move
have
this around.
with these, so. Anyway, I think the only, other, did you wanna talk about any
Yes,
of the
yes,
other
I
stuff?
will.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Tammy. I certainly learned a number of things, and I learned why I have multiple projects spread out on my cutting table. And I look and I think, I don't know where I am, so I'm just gonna walk away and not do it, and I never get back to it. And that's why you are so prolific, and you accomplish so much, and your students are so pleased with what organizational tips they learn in your classes, so,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wow, the order came in, you
Yeah.
can see, wow.
Oh, these are
Oh, this is a fun one.
Yeah.
Easy clips, these are big,
yeah,
and they're
these are
multicolored, 3
huge,
different colors, so
huge.
more clips.
They're like a Wonder Clip on steroids here, guys. They're huge. And they will hold, what I like about them is the length of the clippy part. You can get a lot in there. So the Wonder Clips are great for a few, but these will hold a big stack, which is really nice.
So this is a new brand. We're familiar with Wonder Clips and the quilty clips from Lori Gold.
Yeah.
This is G-Easy, Quilters Tools and Accessories from GE Designs, which is Gudrun, what is Erla? She's a Icelandic quilter. Whoa.
She's gonna make two runners.
Oh, awesome. Wow.
I just thought you'd wanna see.
Turn
her
the other way.
Beautiful. We have one more.
Is this called
kit like-
photo bombing?
Yeah.
So this is going right into our fall line. This
Yeah.
is the, what's it called, mini pumpkins, I think.
Yeah.
Kit that we did, you probably saw in our newsletter. We do have one kit left. I'm not sure if
I
we,
think I might have to make more if we can.
yeah,
I think
it
so,
sounds
'cause
like it.
that's,
Wow, so somebody has made this up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, fabulous,
Yeah.
fabulous. Yeah, and in the,
I love it.
in the description, you had said, you know, you could make it as a square or make it into
Yeah.
a wall hanging,
Yeah.
not a wall hanging, I'm sorry, a table runner.
Table
That's
runner,
gorgeous.
anything.
That's
Yeah.
gorgeous, there's nothing like seeing it made
Yeah.
up, right?
Yeah, I love it.
That's gorgeous. So,
That takes you right into
yeah,
this
right
fabulous
into
line.
the fabric. So this is the I Love Fall Most of All line, which we have purchased the full collection of. We have it all here in stock. It was a little bit late arriving because we ordered the full collection, and the manufacturer didn't get all the full collection to us at the same time. That's not your problem, that's our problem. We made this kit, Autumn Owls, which is a pattern by Coach House Designs, which is a Canadian designer out of BC. I think it's absolutely gorgeous with all these little owls and pumpkins in here. So we have that kit out of the line. We have this one, which is the panel and just some borders and the bear paw prints blocks around it. We also have the panel on its own, which is nice. It's nice that it's a little bit different coloring than your traditional. It's got the fall, but it's got the blue and the turquoise in it as well, just to change it up a little bit.
And if
So-
I may, because this
Oh,
part
yes.
drove me crazy when I first started looking. I love the panel at the top, but it felt like, oops, this was too big of a gap in here. I will cut this off and either do a small table runner or a bench pillow, make some blocks to go around it. So you've got kind of a 2-in-1 on this, which
Mhm.
I think is great. It is beautiful coloring, and then throw in this navy. Yeah, it just makes it really pop.
And the prints that are with it, the solids, I should say, that are in the line are very subtly muted.
Yeah.
They're really,
Really
really
different.
gorgeous. So that's I love fall most of all. We have Hello Autumn, a couple of kits left from last year's Hello Autumn line. Again, this is the traditional coloring with a little bit of green in there. Nice pumpkins and leaves, so we have a little bit of that. This is our very newest line called Simply Charming, and we just love it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a big standout flashy print in it, but Judy and Tammy are sort of scrap quilters. They look at this and say, oh wow.
There's so much.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
When you hold up a bundle and just looking at these colors, they're soft, they're muted, but I don't know, there's just something about them. I just love it. Yeah.
Remember Buggy Barn? Anybody
Yeah.
like
Yes.
the Buggy Barn prints? Okay, so the designer of Buggy Barn sort of has morphed into the designer of these new Janet Ray Nesbitt,
Yes.
and she was very much known for her Buggy Barn prints, and now she's doing this type of thing. So that
Really beautiful.
we have a couple of patterns done up in kits. One is a log cabin array, and this one is just half square triangles from a layer cake done into a very scrappy look. Some other interesting newbies here. The fox den it is a panel, the panel within the quilt. We've sold out of the rest of the panels on their own, but we have 2 quilt design patterns done up with this. So really interesting ombres here. So now this is something that sparked Linda's interest in her thread play, but really beautiful colors here. If you're into the allure of wolves, we have what is it called? Under the Moonlight. I think this is so cool. I happen to like wolves. This panel I think would be great for thread play work and just making the eyes of these wolves come alive. The colors are really beautiful too. So we do have some of these panels left.
Now, I heard about a lady that purchased quite a few of these panels, and has anybody done that chenille? Making of the chenille tab? So she purchased, I think, maybe it was 6 or 7 of them. and actually stitched them and then cut them into the chenille wall. And I think she was making a wall hanging of this specific one, but anyways, that's just another thing that you can do.
I'd like to put this one out here as a challenge. So, again, I think this would be interesting for thread play, if you are interested in making animals come alive. There were no coordinates with this print, but there are coordinates that we have in the shop that would work with it. To be honest, we just haven't spent the time to get to put stuff together. But the panel could be cut up, made into a quilt, could be cut into 3 sections and make sort of large comfy pillows for your cottage, that sort of thing. I think there's great potential, so yeah, if anybody wants
Beautiful.
to take up the challenge, maybe there'll be a special prize at the next demo for that. So.
No pressure, Linda.
Or Marilyn. Marilyn's the other
Oh,
one.
yeah, you
who
like
just,
to do that too,
Who
don't
just
you,
takes on a
Marilyn?
challenge
Yes.
and brings it back the next
Yes.
week, so. So that's our animal section. More fall with Thanksgiving. We've got wall hanging with some borders here along around a panel. This panel, you'll see it hanging on the door out front. And get your pumpkins and your squash before they're gone. Okay, we've got
Yeah, we've
kits
done
of
more
these.
kits of
We've done
these.
some more kits. This is Tilda fabric, Creating Memories Autumn. It's done in those. Very quick and
Very, very
fun
fast.
to do.
Yeah.
The little whirly things here at the top are fun. This, I believe, the stuffing that was used in this.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This is
mention
our
the blue
hint that
whale.
we share with everybody.
Yeah.
So, go ahead,
Blue
Tam.
whale pillows that you can purchase at Walmart. They're about $5.99. I think they've gone up from the $5.49, but anyhow, they are in that white ticking with the little blue on them. They're called blue whale, and you can just slice those open, and they have enough stuffing in them that did all of those particular ones. I actually use them, and I know Tammy does too. Any of our things that we have to stuff, that's what we purchase, are
It's
the
the
blue
most-
whales.
It's
It's
cheaper.
economical, the most economical way to use your,
Cause if
to
you can
get the
save
stuffing.
money on stuffing, buy more fabric,
more
right?
fabric.
It's so much more
Yeah.
fun.
Just saying.
So, those are here. This, I wanted to just draw attention to this, quilt top that we have on display here. We just finished up, the sample of that, and we do have kits available of that as well. That collection is called Ethereal, by Jason Yenter. Some of you are keen on Jason Yenter's fabric, so his border prints are absolutely gorgeous.
Mhm.
So, we do have that. And I
just
put
stand out.
I put these fabrics over here to remind me that we have 3 new batik collections in the shop. So if you are a lover of batiks, we've got some lovely new batiks in. And we do have kits available for the quilt that's hanging over there in the corner. It's called Boho Spirit. It's originally fabric is from Northcott, their batik line. Boutique division. Leanne did a class in that back in the spring. If there's interest in another class, I'm sure we could twist her arm and she'll turn her blocks
Yes.
to do that again. So we do have kits available in that.
Unless,
Show and share?
Yeah, do our show and share.
Yeah.
And the one thing, Leanne does have room in her
Lemoyne Star.
Lemoyne Star, yes.
That's right.
Class still, so
Yes.
that's an important one to put out there.
Exactly.
The Lemoyne Star one is,
October 22nd, I believe it is. I will double check the date on that. Yeah, and if you don't wanna make a whole quilt, if you just wanna come and learn the technique of making the block, really, that's what her Lemoyne Star class is all about.
yeah.
And, this
You can make
is.
make the
is-
block in any size.
Yeah,
That's
this
the
is
exciting part.
scrappy sample. That one back there is the Scandi, which is just a twist on the Lemoyne Star. I'll bring down the little placemat that's upstairs. You can make tiny little Lemoyne Star blocks and just add a little panel to it, and you have placemats.
Yeah.
So
So many cute ideas.
Okay.
Anyways, let's start.
Share.
Who's got show and share?
I know Marilyn does.
Yeah. Good.
Here's the kit that I bought.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Yay.
so cute.
Well done.
Look
So I
at
thought,
this.
well,
You
I'll
like
just go to
them.
my stash and I'll make another one.
Marilyn, you've got a Mary Poppins bag in there.
She does.
Yes.
She does. And she bought some more zippers, so
Yeah.
look at
Good.
these.
Oh,
So I got some quilted fabric,
oh, for
and that's
heaven's sakes.
one side, and this is the other side of it,
Oh, how clever.
and there's another one.
Oh,
my
this is
goodness.
fabulous.
How does one get added to your Christmas list?
Yes.
Because you were talking about, making these for your grandchildren for Christmas, and aren't they
That's
adorable?
wonderful.
So I decided I could make a bigger one, so that's the original size, so I made some bigger.
Right? Yeah.
Once you get the technique, that's it. That's
Aren't
perfect.
they fun? And
Beautiful.
they're just adorable, so.
Well
I know
done,
all through
Marilyn.
the seasons,
Yeah.
lovely, just sweet.
Oh, that's great.
Anybody else?
Oh, goodie bag, another Mary Poppins bag.
Look at this.
Perfect.
This is the table runner
Yeah.
from our Hello Autumn.
Pretty.
Oh, but it's.
Yes,
That's pretty,
isn't
yeah.
that gorgeous?
That
We
is
are
gorgeous.
sold out of these, but we do have some fabric
We
left.
do have some fabrics left.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful, Rosemary.
Very nice.
I love these polka dots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely
Yeah.
quilting too.
Gorgeous.
Fun, really fun, done with some variegated thread.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like the idea of using sometimes something not quite so expected for the fall and the different seasons. It's fun to put something
Oh,
else.
look at this.
This is nice. This is a Camille Ross Kelly.
It is
bag.
Camille Ross Kelly fabric.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the
This
line.
is Sunny.
Beautiful.
I have no idea.
It'll come to you. The
That's
sunny side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this, so
Yeah.
simple. Just
But
the
it-
16 patch blocks with the setting triangles
Gorgeous.
in there. And beautiful machine quilting
Yeah.
here too. Well, you had
Nice.
fun with that, eh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good for
Let's
you.
Look at the back.
Nice.
Isn't that gorgeous?
This is a really pretty
Mhm.
fabric.
Yeah.
It was in my stash.
Was it?
Yeah, I was gonna say that on the cat.
Do you see? You had no idea what it was for.
There you go.
I used it. And now, and the next thing was just something on Bernina's
Oh,
website. I did a few of those up.
That's
That is
cute.
adorable.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous. Yeah, our little
Wow.
Halloween,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Wake you up quick.
Thank you.
That's
very
wonderful.
inspiring. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, not yet.
Oh my God.
I have just only one thing.
Oh, look.
These
Well,
colors.
that's-
Tell us about this.
That's old and it's been here like 20 years ago, well, 15. I brought it because, and it's been washed a few times, because of the back. Because you've been talking, or one of the spring shows,
Yeah.
you were talking about the shrugs or the hunting
Yes,
things
yes.
with the fireside on the back.
Yeah.
Well, that's t-shirt material. Well, it's not t-shirt, it's sweatshirt material.
Sweatshirt material.
And the
Oh.
fuzzy sides inside, and there's no padding, that's all.
So use that as the.
Right.
Yeah, so, and I made it for camping, so it's on your bare legs.
Nice.
Great.
And I brought that because I bought that stuff at, oh darn it, the quilt store that used to be there in Lindsay and isn't anymore. Fabricland.
Oh,
And so
okay, yeah.
I don't know where you can get it anymore, but it was a cheaper way than Fireside
Yes.
to put on the back of things, and it feels good too, so.
Nice.
Yes, yes, nice.
Yeah,
It's a
especially
cute
because
little
if the
pattern
fabric
too, I
gets
like that.
dirty or whatever too, right?
Yeah,
it
well,
makes it
easy.
whatever
Yeah.
those things are getting
Yeah.
used for,
Yeah.
it could be a much cheaper
Yeah.
idea too,
That was very
if you're
washable.
making it.
That's a great
So,
idea.
Yeah, that's
Right.
nice. for
Thank
sure.
you.
That was from Stash Pot Pie, if anybody remembers that.
Oh, yes. Stash pot pie.
That's what pie?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, actually, that does remind me, before I let you go, I have some questions to ask. Looking for some feedback.
I like it too. Very good. Oh, I sure got this up the right way.
It is really lovely.
Beautiful. By Canuck Quilter Designs. Sewn
That
by
was a-
Shirley
it was a
Finger,
kit.
quilted by Michael Boiler.
Take this one.
That was a kit, and it's a different way of doing French braid.
Oh, how
Yeah.
Very
unique.
interesting.
Oops.
Interesting, isn't that gorgeous? Wow. And, beautiful.
Colors are beautiful.
I'm just trying to see, it's not done with blind geese, is it? No.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's done with, you do 3 strips together, so that there's like 2 and then a black, 2 and a black, and you sew those, I think it was half-yard pieces.
Okay.
Wow.
And then you cut on a 45, 60 degree, whatever angle, and then you sew those pieces together.
Beautiful.
Very
Yeah,
interesting.
and it was, I've done many French braids, but I've never done one like this.
Okay.
French braid makes such a nice border sometimes.
Yeah, this would be a very interesting border too.
Yeah.
But, it's a beautiful quilt. Is it a gift for someone?
I don't know yet.
Don't.
It's just in my stash.
Because I'm thinking it, like often people are looking for masculine quilts.
Yes.
Right.
This would suit.
Well, I do
that.
have 3 grandsons, so,
Well, there you go.
There you go, one of them may end up with that.
who are all in their 20s, so.
Oh, nice. I can see
Yeah.
this being very appealing. Yeah, that's really beautiful. Thank you
Beautiful.
for sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And I like the circle quilting.
Mhm.
Circle fabric.
That was, all those fabrics are, like it was all one,
It's beautiful.
yeah, one line of fabric.
The backing works well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was part of the whole kit.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
Oh, Judy,
Oh
that's
my
right up
gosh.
your alley.
Oh my God. Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
This one's called Stargazing.
Okay.
This was a class that was taught at Silver Thimble back in the 90s. I got it basically the top done other than the borders. And I just did the borders this year and had it quilted this year.
Oh my goodness, Jenny.
It's almost an antique before I
It
got
is.
it.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, this is one of these quilts that you could just look at.
Oh,
absolutely, yeah. So classic.
Yeah, absolutely.
And look at those lines that are all straight.
Yes.
Oh,
Which is-
yeah, not by on purpose. It was
Oh,
totally
oh, there had to
And
be
this is
some intention
stargazing.
there,
It's called
'cause that's,
stargazing, yeah.
that's a difficult, that's, wow. That's just amazing.
I love that.
Yeah, I would love those points.
And the quilting's beautiful too.
Yeah.
Is it,
Did you
was that a
quilt it?
specific pattern, or just, you just made the different blocks and put them together?
No, it's that, it was a pattern taught in the class and it was,
Sorry.
that was the name of it, was called Stargazing.
Stargazing, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you said that, that's beautiful, just gorgeous. Wow. This is why we sometimes collect fabrics, you know, and we just want plaids, and then we just make a little note and says, this is for our future all plaid quilt, right?
So
When you look at the plaids, you see where they,
it's seasons. I've decided we all go through seasons of what fabric really gets us excited. And all of a sudden we change our ideas. I think it's really cool. Oh, it's heavy.
Thank you, Judy, that's,
Yeah, that's amazing, Judy, I love that.
Oh, and this is,
That's the
Barn Star.
Barn Star.
Barn Star sampler. And this has a huge story. Wendy, would you like to come up and
Yeah,
talk
talk
about
about
it?
this one.
Because this is a quilt with a story, a story that really can be told block by block. And personally, I think every quilt has a story, but this one is really incredible.
This is my life story of quilting, because this is all from my stash, and it's all from my travels. If I ever travel anywhere, I go and I try to look for fabric. So I've got fabric from Ireland and Scotland, Arizona. I've made pillowcases, I've made quilts, and I've tried to do Halloween, Canadian. Any quilt that I've made for the family is incorporated in here someplace. Pillowcases are incorporated in someplace. It reminds me of my grandchildren, my son-in-laws, my daughters, friends. The first quilts, this one here happens to be from the double wedding rings that you used to do old school many years ago. It is one of my first quilts that I ever did. This reminds me of the quilts. I had twin daughters that were made alternate for them. It represents
it just warms my heart.
the ball games. We've gone to the Blue Jays and the hockey and Raptors games, and it reminds me of one daughter loves the Grinch. So I had to incorporate the Grinch, and this represents myself as well as my grandson loves the Northern Lights. Think just the sky.
Beautiful.
So, my one daughter showed Old English sheepdogs at one point, and that's the one down, the gray one down, the Marine. So, it's basically been part of my history.
Wendy, that is so inspiring. It just is incredible.
And this was part of Leanne's club
Yes.
class.
Yeah.
We did the Barn Star, Debbie was involved with that too. And for the first time, what I did is I usually use Firestar, or Fireside or Minky or something on all my lap quilts. But this is the first time I put it on a big quilt.
It's heavy.
It's very heavy. It's very, very heavy. It's heavier than I thought. I don't know if I would do it again, because it is so heavy. It's gonna be my wintertime quilt. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know
it's a
when
multitude
when
of
the
different
temperatures start to drop around Christmas time.
Yeah.
So it'll go for about 3 or 4 months, cause I change up my quilts depending on the season, because I've got different battings and different weights and
Did
stuff.
you use batting with the Fireside on that, or just the Fireside?
No, there's batting in there, it's natural white. So that the white would be as crisp as possible, because that white, the only fabric I bought for this is the background, and that's considered snow. All the rest of it came from my stash.
And is that the Barn Star pattern, the two large ones?
No, the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing.
I think that it's it's a book, isn't it?
It's a book?
Yeah, it's
We
I can
have
show it to you.
the,
Shelley Havana.
Shelley
Yeah, that's
Havana,
it.
she's come up with a second book as well. And I think this is such an example of how, you look at the pattern and it's all done in a fabric line, or it's all done in batiks, and you've taken that to make it all about you.
Well, this represents different things in my family, like either the Easter gatherings, or how much we had fun at Halloween, or, the travels and things like that. That's kind of what it's all about, is doing it that way. And like even that Ireland fabric, we can actually find more fabric in Canada for Ireland than in Ireland, because the piece of fabric I brought back from Ireland, I didn't use because I didn't like it as part of it. But the dark green is actually tea towels.
for heaven's sakes.
And the center white with the four-leaf clover is a hanky.
It looks like a hanky.
And then the rest of it, I bought in Canada.
Oh, now you discouraged me, I'm going to Ireland in a week and a half.
Oh.
And I've been walking out all these different fabric stores trying to find something.
Well, I went into store after store, and I traveled, my trip took me all around the perimeter of Ireland, and but my colleagues got really kind of, again, as I went looking. And the same with Scotland, it was very difficult to find fabric in Scotland, and because it's all wool,
Yes, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
it's all the wool.
So here's the two books. So this is the,
This is the one.
this is the one here that Wendy did. But this is the second book that has just come out, which is a similar idea. But they're both just absolutely stunning, so.
If you've got stash,
Yeah.
it's a great way, and I was so pleased the way, I think it took me longer to be able to pull fabrics together.
I remember you coming in, so what do you have for Northern Lights and, you
Yeah.
know, and various, I certainly recognize some of this fabric from here,
Wow.
from over the years, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
And
so
some of
gorgeous,
it
so
is the
beautiful.
last of it. I don't have any of this left. I don't have any of this particular one left, or this, and that is the end of it.
And I've seen this book on a couple of, yeah, I've seen
You
it a
know,
few
so-
times. Yeah, the more I look, the more I see.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like an I Spy.
Yeah, it is, that's what Judy just said, absolutely stunning. So,
I Spy for adults.
yeah, that's right.
And lovely quilting, just,
Oh, yeah.
just a beautiful all over design.
Mm-hmm.
Which the fireside does show the quilting beautifully, right?
Yeah.
It's heavy though, isn't it?
It's very heavy.
Obviously, I haven't been doing exercise.
Well, when you started to want it, I thought, no, you're.
Yeah, I'd end up dropping that one, I think.
Yeah, that's okay, we'll just go like this.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very good.
Do we have any other show and share?
I have one.
Yay!
I definitely can't let you, Debbie had to get it over so.
So, this is what organization
So this quilt was a sew-along that I did, I guess a year ago.
I remember you working on that.
Yeah, it was, it's all Lori Holt fabrics. And it was really fun, because the technique that you used, every block is different. And you would then turn it on point, create a circle, and hand applicate the circle onto a 4-patch in the back. So every 4-patch was different. And then this picket fence, or house, I don't know what you call it, idea in the corners. So, I received it back from my long armor right after the accident, and I have not been able to put binding on it because it's too heavy for me to hold. But I just thought I would come and share it because it is such a pretty, pretty quilt. Yeah. It was fun doing so many different. I can tell you, design boards very much came in handy. Yes. When I was working on it. So, yeah. So that's that.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Wow, what a day.
I guess,
Had
incredible.
lots, lots to see. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, the backing was, actually right from that line, and it's very, it is hard sometimes.
Oh, sorry.
It's so big. It is a big one, isn't it?
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, before we do, okay, everybody have their name, sorry? Yeah, I do. For questions, years ago, when I started, coming to Quilters Covered, we had Saturday morning sampler classes. Anybody familiar with that? Sound familiar to anybody? Okay. So basically, it was a block of the month type of setup where you purchased, basically paid a fee for the pattern, and then you came once a month and you had instructions on how to make that a block or a couple of blocks. You came back the next month and everybody showed their blocks, and you could see all of what the color placements did to how it made everything different. And then you did that for 8 or 12 months, 10 months, depending on the length of the program. COVID came, that ended, haven't started to back up again. There's different, there's different scenarios where you could use your own fabric, or we could provide the fabric, you could buy the fabric as part of a kit. The idea of coming once a month for sort of a morning, couple of hours, it used to be done in conjunction with demo on Saturday, sort of. The Saturday morning sampler was for an hour, and then did a little show and share and that kind of thing after. Just a show of hands if anybody would be interested in that type of thing coming back. Okay. Okay. All right. Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
How many people get our newsletter?
Yay.
Did you
All
read the
pass.
newsletter or just read the editorial comments?
Yeah.
I don't wanna know. Thank you for that. If, Don says hello. He was very interested. We talk every day, of course, he's still down east, but he kept asking me, okay, so what time is it? What time is it? So, I hope you have a good turnout. I hope everything goes well, and he's very seriously thinking now about coming back home, because he needs to get ready for reindeer games, right? So, anyway,
Thanks everybody so much for coming here. I'm so glad to see us.
yes,
Gosh,
absolutely,
it's
it's been great.
wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. You wanna pick one? And then we'll pass the bucket around to whoever comes out.
Shirley Wiggins.
Oh,
There it is.
hey, here we go.
So, I have,
Oh, she's got a whole slew of things.
I have options today.
Ooh,
You get to choose a bag of surprises or one of the fabrics.
Oh, lots of decisions.
Choices. I'll let you
Yeah.
come over here.
Yeah.
In my secret, you can. These are all Christmas, by Stoff, actually. Obviously from a couple years ago, but they're all sort of the same.
I'm gonna take this.
Okey-dokey. Okay, now you can draw.
You, Shirley, can draw for us, please?
I've got one caught in my sweater there, okay. Ann Stark.
Very good.
I'll try one of your.
Okay.
Ooh, very
There you
good.
go. And you can draw.
Okay, Ann, can you draw for us? Judy Rogers, there we go.
Thank you.
Piece of fabric.
All right.
It's got coordinated.
Thank you all.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
So
you.
nice to have
Thank you.
everybody back in.
We're back on for demo, I believe, in November. Next week is Shop Hop.
Yep.
There are passports available. So, we'll see you then. Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah. I saw
After years.
Yeah.
No, you know, I just told Amy what I have. Yeah. You know, the sleeve board, it's tapered, it's got two sides. I use that here, but it's made of cardboard and it's disintegrated. Because I use it in my sewing for clothing. And so like, so Larry had to remake the sleeve board, but I like. Yeah, I have one, if I'm going to do that.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.